Hi, this is Ty from Goliathon. This is Jamie Rahn from PPK. Here doing a little interview today to get a little idea of what PPK and Goliathon are doing together. Jamie, can you tell us a little about yourself?
Yeah, so my name's Jamie. I'm 26 years old. I grew up in Cherry Hill, which is where the gym's at now. I'm living in Barrington, a couple towns away. Grew up, playing in the woods, playing football, a little bit of skateboarding. Always into push-ups, handstands, that sort of stuff. Found parkour about 3 years ago with Pinnacle Parkour Academy. And then I just started building obstacles. I always liked to build things. Ended up coaching eventually, and now co-owner of the Cherry Hill location.
Awesome. So, can you tell us a little bit about some of the obstacles in life that you've dealt with as you advance yourself physically and in parkour and in fitness?
Sure. So I first started parkour because I had my thesis for college was a lot of construction work, and all the drill ended up popping the tendon out of my wrist canal. Had to get a surgery, and when I was recovering, I was like, what can I do? I'm so used to push-ups, handstands. How can I consider myself, an athlete if one limb's down, I can't stay fit? So that's when I turned to parkour. I found, thousands of different ways to keep myself active no matter what's going on. And that really kind of helped me overcome that hump and get things kick-started. I've always had to deal with migraines my whole life. I have a brain cyst about 4 inches big, which always gave me migraines as a kid. So, when they kick in, it's 10, 20 hours of sitting in a dark room, no light, no sound, nothing. So really focusing on eating right, staying active, keeping those things in check, keeping myself healthy, keeps me away from getting those headaches and taking me out of life and allowing me to really partake in what I love to do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So, what does PPK offer students? As you're a coach and a co-owner, what do you do here at PPK?
All right, at Pinnacle Parkour, we teach parkour, free running, ninja warrior. We want people to come here and learn different ways to test their body, to see what their body's capable of. So a big thing is learning through progressions. So someone might be able to just run and try a backflip, but I like to show them ways that they can learn the backflip safely, where they're not just going to go and just have to chuck it, but they know what happens if you can't make it around. How do you bail out? How do you come out of every situation safely so that when you're training out in the world, let's say you're not in a foam pit or not on a big squishy pad, you know what to do, you know how to be safe. So when you're training, it's not about what you can do, it's what you can do safely.
Yeah. So that would be a key sort of skills for anybody who's interested in doing the Goliathon.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Some of these obstacles are very challenging and not things you encounter in daily life. So
Absolutely.
training at PPK would be a value-added benefit.
Yeah, there's a good amount of conditioning that we like to do. Try and sneak some in every class if we can. People don't realize going into a foam pit is fun. Coming out of it's a lot of hard work. So we sneak in a little conditioning that way. But overall, you need to have good body conditioning so that you can move yourself through space safely. If I'm tumbling for whatever reason over a vault box, I slip, I need to be able to hold myself up with my arms so I can rotate like a cartwheel and land back on my feet rather than, do a little smash. I always want to be able to keep my momentum moving, and having your body well conditioned is going to help you move through an obstacle course, like, with stuff with Goliathon that we're doing, or just save yourself in everyday situations so you slip on ice. You got to find a way to deal with that.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about your involvement with American Ninja Warrior, which is one of my favorite TV shows. My kids love it, and we watch it every Monday night. And tell us how you got involved with that, and maybe some of the things you train specifically for that challenge.
So American Ninja Warrior, I started in A&W 2. They were looking for costume competitors, still recent over here, and I was Captain Planet one year. Yeah. So I was like, oh, this would be perfect. I send it to them, like, oh, we love it, but logo, copyright, you can't do it. So I thought I would do their logo. They can use that. So I became Captain G4. I was on the G4 network, and then it turned to Captain NBC when NBC took it over. And so I got to dress up. I got to have fun with it. I got to do A&W 2. A&W 3 is when I started parkour, when I had to do that wrist surgery. Yeah. So I had to skip a year, came back A&W 4, and then A&W 5, and now we're just starting A&W 6. So each year I've been able to do better and better. And because I keep training harder and harder, I train a lot of grip work.
I'm going to interrupt you there for a moment.
Go for it.
I remember when I first saw you on the show, I thought, who's this goofy guy?
Yeah.
He's just there to kind of be a filler.
Right.
noticed that as the show's progressed, it's like, this guy's becoming a serious competitor. I remember seeing you last year and thinking, wow, this guy is now a serious competitor. And you kind of took off your cape, so to speak. And,
Yeah, last year I made it to Vegas stage 2.
Yeah.
One of 16 people to make it there, which was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And the year before that, I was an alternate to go to Vegas. And the last time I competed, I was out on the quad steps my very first year.
Yeah.
So no matter what happens, there's always ways to train and to get better. And like you said, I've been training a lot. I try and get bigger and better each year. A lot of that is that body weight training.
Yep.
So I want to be able to be really strong, but I also want to be able to move my body. So I want to get strong without weighing 1,000 pounds of just straight Hulk muscle.
Yeah.
So doing a lot of pull-ups, weighted pull-ups, a lot of grip stuff like that. I really like to do a lot of leg work, running, jumping, balance especially. Those are the two main things that get people in Ninja Warrior, besides the pressure in the nerves, because that's the #1 killer of every Ninja Warrior, is either balance or grip.
Right.
If you can make it through the balance obstacle and stay calm, then you got to have the grip strength to be able to, shimmy your way across a ledge or grab a rope, jump it in the air, something like that. So those are the two main things I try and practice.
All right. So this last winter, as we were building some of the Goliathon obstacles, you had a chance to try one out, and wanted to see what you thought about it.
Yeah, I like the obstacle. I love the fact of the tier system that you guys put in, so that you've got beginner, intermediate, and expert runners being able to challenge themselves at separate situations. And I got to try the expert, the G3, the G2. I don't know if I did the G1. I think the G2 was fun enough that I didn't want to go down further, but it was good. It was the jump to the cliffhanger ledge, and then we went around a rock climbing traverse with very few holds, which was a really good challenge. And then you had to jump to a ring, and then swing to monkey bars that were shaking all over the place, and then up and down across. And I liked it because you threw in a bunch of different ways to work the upper body at the same time.
Yeah.
And you had to be really precise with what you're doing. It wasn't just, 30 feet of monkey bars where I just had to grunt through it.
Yeah.
I had to think about what I was doing. So, there's a skill and technique involved. So not every, gym rat meathead could go in and make it through, but you actually have to think a little more.
There were quite a few broken hearts. There was
some humble pie.
Yes. Quite a few very strong guys who didn't make it through that obstacle.
Yeah.
And that was one of the key differences with Goliathon. Not only the tier system, and we have our G3, our G2, and our G1, and with each completion of an obstacle, you get a band to wear. You can proudly show it off. But the obstacles aren't just straight one obstacle. There's many different challenges in that. Balance, grip, as you just talked about. Those are two things we like to incorporate into our own workout and into our own obstacles.
Yeah.
So PPK's got a Ninja Warrior competition coming up. This coming Sunday, June 22nd at 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
Goliathon's going to be there. You guys are developing the course yourself, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Coach Gabe are little ninja-neers. So we go around, we've been doing all the courses together, trying to design, everything. My favorite part is always our stage 3. So if we're questioning, is it going to be too hard, too easy? Stage 3, make it part of the course. You got to be able to do the most craziest things. So if we can do it once, it's possible it's able to be in the course.
Yeah.
Stage 1, stage 2, we usually try and make it a little easier. We don't want people to go out the first stage, but it's got to be challenging, So there's always balance.
Yeah.
There's always going to be some sort of time and some upper body.
Yeah.
And a lot of it, the first part is cardio. Do you have the stamina to keep moving and keep everything going and stay focused? And you might be able to run through things. And then, like you say, go into balance, you got to be able to coordinate everything together. So I really love those competitions. It's a good turnout. We have a kids division, adult division, and I believe we might have a teens division as well.
And the ladies division.
Ladies division, yeah. We usually have a ladies division. And everyone's running their own division. It may be a similar course, but they're running against people of their same skill, their same age, whatever it may be.
Very good. I had a lot of fun at your last competition.
Oh, good.
I think I made it up to the I ran out of time actually. I was a little slow taking my time.
Right.
I made it up to the salmon ladder and I didn't get a try. I was really disappointed. So I'm hoping this next time I'll be able to get there and take my first shot at the salmon ladder.
You gonna try and go a little quicker or try and do the same thing? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Slow and steady. That was the race, but not that time.
Yeah, not when there's a timer.
So can you tell us something about yourself that people wouldn't normally know about you? We know you as a ninja warrior. We know you as a PPK guy. The guy with the crazy hair and the costume.
Yeah.
What's something interesting about you?
There's a couple weird ones. I have a Bachelor's of Fine Arts, painting and drawing. Ended up doing a lot of installation work, which came to building gyms over time.
Okay.
I started with architecture. I was going to be an architect for the first 13 years of my life.
Okay.
And transferred to art and architecture, kind of fade away, but still I love the design aspect. I like painting, drawing, every medium I can get my hands in.
Okay.
I started doing
the art.
Yeah. I got my tattoo artwork that I can design.
Okay.
I started doing Rubik's cubes recently, solving them and making them, trying different things. I've noticed recently I have to constantly be making something in my life, to kind of keep my brain happy and active. So if I'm not creating something or designing, the brain starts to wander and I gotta, reel it back in and find something to do.
I'm right with you.
Yeah, good. I think that's why we're obstacle designers.
Yes. So to end the interview here, I'd like to see if you've got a signature move or a signature trick you could show us, something just to kind of show us what Jamie Rahn's about, what PPK can offer.
I'll show you. I'm pretty consistent with my handstand walks. I've got the gym record at 92 feet, but we kind of ran out of room.
Okay.
But yeah, I've been working them. That was one of the first things I like to do. So I try and do them well, and anything that you enjoy, you're going to train more. Try and get as much control as possible.
Good job, Jamie.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Appreciate it.
I someday wish I could do a handstand walk.
Anytime.
Yes. It was great. Thank you for doing the interview with us, and hope to see you at a Goliathon in the future, and we'll definitely see you at the open house.
Awesome.
Right?
Sounds great.
Good deal, man.
Good
Talk
to see
to you
you.
later.